where I've been staying, Best Western City Centre. So it's pretty walking distance from Brussels North Station. Very convenient to, obviously, have to go to the station to get the shuttle to the F1. Yeah, Belgium is convenient to get to the F1. Brussels is convenient to get to the F1. Probably could have left my laptop in my suitcase, because I checked out, but I left my suitcase there, because they got luggage storage, which I always look for in hotels. Right. Should have put my laptop in there. But I want to keep it safe then again, it's electronic. I feel like it's going to cost me later on. I'll be so knackered, and half of it's going to be because of the weight on my back. Some nice places in this park though. Elite. Apart from the wind, it's fairly peaceful. I'd imagine not at night though. Going up steep hills and stairs is not it. With just weight on your back. At least I got the right shoes on. These are the shoes I climbed the Egyptian pyramids. I mean, I didn't climb the pyramids, but I climbed rocks next to the pyramids. The tour guide said it was fine. So I did that. I went up to the Hollywood sign. I did the whole hike, two and a half hour hike, the Hollywood sign. These shoes are made for this. They're made for these hour walks in Belgium. Of course, there's heavy wind and it's blowing in my direction, of course. Just of course. When I walk back this way, it's going to blow the other way. It's just my fortune. I wonder how long some of these buildings have been around. It's Monday. Why is it so quiet? Is Belgium meant to be quiet on Monday? It's like 11 a.m. It's not that early. Maybe it's a bank holiday here. I don't even know. It just feels weird. I'm walking around like it's Sunday evening or something. De Bruyne. Yeah, see what he did there. It's alright, to be fair. Nice area. Still got 20 minutes to walk that way. Getting there. 15 minutes. I feel like there's something important about this place. It's not EU. It's not like a EU summit place, is it? I don't know. You can tell me. See, I know, like I've seen the thumbnail and it's there. Like that arc is the entrance, I think. Auto World, I'm almost there. Well, it's a nice looking area, I'll tell you that much. Tell you what, my friends, it looks absolutely incredible. I'm assuming the car museum is that building behind. That's what I'm assuming. Because when you look it up, it just shows this. But it's somewhere here. Maybe it is the car museum. It might be actually. It says Musees Roy. Maybe it is a museum. What, this whole thing's a museum, or is it just that? I'll find out. It's better the closer you get to it. I didn't see that hiding behind a tree. How did I not realize this whole time? There's a road literally below us. I literally had zero clue. There's a tunnel. How did I not see that? I was walking right past it. I've literally just noticed it. I looked back and I'm just like, wait, that's a tunnel. I need to get my eyes checked, to be honest, and my ears. Here you have plenty of oxygen availability. It looks magnificent. It really does. Let me try and translate that. This monument is in 1905. Op Gerrit ter Verheerlijking van Relgies onafhankelijke help. Yeah, I definitely butchered that. I don't know what it means either. I got the first line. All right, that's program. Let me know if you can translate it. There you go. It's better asking than doing it myself. You know, it's more fun. Wow. This must have been here a while. Yes, was indeed correct. The arch is right here, and that is the museum, like I guessed. Perfect. I'm too good at this. A lot of nice open space here. I feel like I've crossed the border or something. Photos of this beautiful Ferrari and it starts raining. Let's bloody get inside. There's a Bond, I can't see it anymore. There's a Bond, let me just get it. There's a Bond special here apparently. And here we are. We've entered. There's a lot of things here to see. What else? It's Brum's dad, mate. That's an interesting looking race car. And here we are at the very start, the James Bond exhibition. There's a lot of James Bond stuff. I don't know, that must be the actual car, right? Hopefully it is. And that looks like it's from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't know if it actually is, but it looks like the car from that Tarantino movie. So yeah, this actually looks quite good. Look how good it looks, man. What a car. For some reason my camera can't even focus. The car is that good, mate. The one that Batista drove. I need to rewatch that Daniel Craig movie. The one with Batista in it. Interesting. I just realised about these on this level. I swear that's from a movie I've seen. 100%. Recognise the exact car, make and colour. Surely a prop, right? Did they actually use this one? Oh yeah, I just clocked it, tell you what scene it's from. Don't know if that's Batista. I think that's the recent one actually. It does say No Time to Die, but I'm just assuming that some of these are from other movies. I guess they're not. Stratton Motor Company. People used to drive these about. So many great looking cars around here. Now that feels like I've seen it plenty of times in old Hollywood movies. This exact type of car. I know a fire engine when I see one. Definitely seen that in a film. This is like a big maze. You discover a new place like every corner. You're just like, I've been past it. No, I haven't. Been past it, I just didn't see it. It was hiding behind something. I'm constantly finding new things. We just found an extra room. Would you believe it? We're taking classic to a whole new level, my friends. Sure, some sort of rails have been in these. Still, even to this day, to be fair. These cars, you can tell, have been very well cleaned, as you can see. That's got to be some sort of president's car. Probably. The Lincoln. Oh, King's car. Okay, I was close. I was close. Very classical. Very classical indeed.
Interesting, see the cylinders at the end of this.
Boring what? Upstairs tour is done and the upstairs tour begins. These cars have been through it. Really been through it. Damn. For some reason I feel like wanting to touch it, but I'm not going to do that obviously, because I'm not an idiot, but part of me wants to. A very nicely presented museum. To Italy for 2 Ferrari museums, 2 Lamborghini museums, a Maserati collection museum, and a Pagani museum. Been to the BMW headquarters in Germany. I've also been to Peterson in Los Angeles. That one has, I think it was Kennedy's car, and also Saddam Hussein's car is there as well. Very strange, but yeah, that was a great place to be as well. And this one is also like, I've never been to a bad one, to be fair. They've all been good, but this one in its own way is pretty damn good. I wouldn't put it first, but it's up there, but they're all up there. Ginger ale? Ginger? You what? You know, F1 drivers drive cars like this. Can you imagine the danger of it? Insane. Was it actually, was this the actual F1 car? I don't know. I mean, I can't read that, but I don't think it was. But there were similar looking cars in F1. An old school Bugatti. And this looks like, what's her name from Cars, the movie? Not Flo. Flo's the lowrider. Can't remember her name, but you know what I'm talking about, the old lady. Oh yes, gotta love a Land Rover. One of my dream cars is a Range Rover Sport. If only I could ever afford that. Beautiful looking car. Mazda, you know, when I was a teenager I was obsessed with the Mazda RX-8. Saw it on Top Gear, I'm just like, I want this car when I grow up. Now I'm just like, I don't want a Mazda RX-8. I love a Chevy, to be fair. Bumblebee from Transformers, Chevrolet Camaro. I love that one, Camaro. Here's a Ferrari Cricket & Co. Interesting sponsorship there. A Ferrari sponsored by Cricket. I've seen it all now. This looks proper Australian actually. Like the colours and everything. But apart from red inside, but I guess they got a Union Jack in the corner of their flag. But still, this looks like, I don't know, an Australian Ferrari team. Nice. Is this from LMP1 or no? Probably not. I thought it's a game anyway. Beautiful, beautiful. Cannot be a car museum tour without an F1 car. Always makes my day to see one in a car museum. Got a nice Corvette here. A bit of American brilliance. Some of their best cars are Corvettes and Camaros. In other words, if it begins with C and it's American, it's probably a very good car. Indeed. It's a nice little Corvette collection here. USA. Oh, I said always discover new things. But it's not just rooms. Somehow I didn't see this right in front of my face. How do I keep missing these things, bro? Fernando Alonso drove this car. One of the best drivers of his generation. He drove this, and it's right here. It's fantastical. It really is amazing. Disappointed Auto World. How dare you? You could just advertise. I mean, didn't advertise this to be fair, but can you imagine they said like there's Red Bull cars in here, and you come in and you see this. The only real thing there is probably the cab. Still funny though, but the fact that they put it there, I'm just like, why? What's relevant? What's relevant to that over here? I'm very confused. It's funny, there's a Porsche 996 back there. I thought, let me go around and get a better view. Actually, I get a worse view. A nice showcase of cars here. Can't go through there though. Citroen DS21 from 1969. There's a classic Volkswagen. There's a BMW. Alfa Romeo Montreal. Absolutely brilliant. Is this a concept? Because that's not a complete car. That is for sure. There's a classic Bugatti. Not a new Bugatti. Maybe they couldn't get one in here. There's not many in the world, in fairness. Porsche 912. Love it. I can't tell what that is because I can't. Oh, you can go around. Okay. Well. Nice one. That is also pretty cool. There could be so many thumbnails there, you know. Action. Playing games on music and get copyrighted. I can't continuously film with that. So now for a Romeo 2100 Super Sport. That's what it is. Noise. God. I could go around this way. Screw it. I went around. You know what? It's fine. I did both ways. Oh, that's hilarious. Almost done. I've had a good time here. It's been really interesting seeing this place. It's just not, you know, it's pretty big. It's just that I've gone through it a bit too fast. Toyota Land Cruiser. Is this actually from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? It isn't, but it looks familiar in that sense. But Still an interesting looking classic car that I like the look of. Right, well, there's an Audi in front of me, but there's an exhibition right here, so let me go in and see what it is, and when I come out I'll see the Audi and the last car after that. Oh, it's just an explanation film. At least it's in English. Got right here the Holy Grail, the Audi R8, a truly magnificent car. And you see these everywhere, to be fair. They're not a rare car, but it's still a very good car nonetheless. And it's great. It's been around a good while now, and it's still a top car. It's been around a while as well. I mean, take a look at this. Automobile always in progress. 1990 GPS fitted as standard. Fully active suspension system. 1992 V10 engine. 1994 common rail injection. 95 when I was born, electronic stability control. 98 bi-xenon headlamps. 2002 carbon fiber bodywork. 2003 active variable power steering and the DSG transmission, and 05 W16 engine. And about 6 years later I knew about the car. 4 years. Yeah, 4 years later I knew about the car on Top Gear. But still. Jaguar, bit of British excellence. This is the last car that I haven't seen in this museum, as far as I know anyway, because there's always a new room somewhere. And that is that. Maybe I can get a thumbnail of this. This could be the thumbnail. So yeah, it's been a good time here. There's a few F1 fans here. There's probably more than a few, but the ones I've noticed, I've seen someone in a Ferrari cap and someone in a McLaren hoodie. So, you know, I assume some of them are on the same track as me, you know. F1 yesterday, Auto World today, but maybe not Choco Story. I'm going to be off there next, but I got a few hours to my booking, so I'm going to probably eat something. Zebra crossing on the roundabout. Not sure I've seen that before. Road ain't too bad. There's a nice bridge over there. Bit of construction. You go, Belgian workers. The Royal Palace of Brussels is right there. The bus is going where? This is a nice place. Came around there to see a Royal Palace. I'm just like, is this it? Where is it? It's pretty that low. Apple Maps is there, so I guess I'm going to just walk around to see if the entrance is there. I don't want to go in, I just want to see the front of it. Over there, Schönbrunn, Versailles. I'm ticking off these palaces. Never been to Buckingham Palace, and I live in London. That's a bit. Well, there's something I don't know why I haven't done that. The royals are German, aren't they? And I've seen some German palaces, so we'll take that. And the one in Munich as well. Can't remember what it's called, but the huge one in Munich was really good looking. Now let me see this one. There it is. Half of it's not even visible. What are they doing to this place? They modernizing it? What's going on? Well, think of it. Why is Buckingham Palace not a tourist attraction? Like, why do they still use that place? You've got plenty of places around England, you know. Like, I feel like if the royals moved out of there and they turned it into like a museum, they'd make so much money. I'm just saying. It's not like they need money, but really keen today. But there is a museum for the palace on the right of it. Nice. This is part of the same palace, so it's not too bad. Train station. The station I could have stayed at but didn't. Should have picked Midi though. Midi, Zuid. That's the station I should have picked out of 3 stations. I chose the worst one basically. But still, it got me there to F1, so that's the main thing. Hopefully found the tourist area of the city. Walked past a lot of British and American people around this area, just from hearing conversations. So yeah. I'm in the tourist area. I'm in the area where everyone is. Warner Cap, but let's just assume this wasn't the airport. Walking just down there. Look what I found. Oh yes, it gets better. Look at that. Incredible. One thing I would have liked to do but didn't do was Anderlecht Stadium. Anderlecht are quite a famous Belgian team, and I do like doing stadium tours. I like visiting stadiums across Europe, and I've done a few already. But Anderlecht, the stadium tours Wednesday and Saturday, so I've missed both. The shop is also closed Sunday and Monday, so I could have gone on Saturday but I didn't. I don't know if I would have bought a kit either. That's the other thing. Like, yeah, the kit's fine. This year is not full purple, it's half purple, half white. Their away kit looks better this year. It's like black and goldish, but yeah, I'm not that keen on getting a shirt. It's a nice shirt, it's just that, you know, even though I like purple, if I'm going to get a purple kit, it'll be Fiorentina. One day when I visit Florence. It might be many years before I do that though, because I got other plans outside of Europe. But yeah, apart from Anderlecht Stadium, pretty much chocolate is all that's left to explore for me, because I've seen a lot of the city just by walking through it. I'm glad I did this walk instead of like taking the subway or something, because I've seen some things that I would not have seen otherwise. So, you know, sometimes it's just, you know, exercise is not the only benefit of taking a walk. It's also saving money and also seeing more things. We've got some good tunes. Got a Brussels cap. Still can't find a Spa cap. Obviously wouldn't find it in Brussels, but maybe at the airport. I bought quite a cheap one. I went around different souvenir shops. When you're in the tourist area, you're looking for souvenirs. A bit of a tip. Look around a bit more. Look around different shops because they have different offers, different prices. Most of the places around here, they sell caps for like 12, 13 euros and one for like 8 euros. That was the first place I checked actually. I should have gone back there, but I found a place that was 6 euros. But it looked kind of cheap. That's the only thing. Again, I wasn't really looking for that much. I was just looking for a cap that said Brussels on it. That's it. I just needed a cap that said Brussels on it. I didn't need much more than that. So for that price, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's a tip for you. Ever on holiday or on a trip, look around at different souvenir places, because you're not always getting the best deal in the first place you look. Make a mini souvenir video after this vlog. So yeah, it'll be like a short 2-minute video, but screw it. I like to do it separately now. I never did the photos from Austria video. I don't know why. I should do that. I should do a combined Austria-Belgium one. That'd be good. Mistake I made. I bought some keyrings as gifts, basically. Surprise! Spoiler, I always buy keyrings every holiday, so it's not a surprise really. I bought a few keyrings. It said free keyrings, 10 euros. I thought, hey, that's a good deal, let me get it. The very next shop, 4 keyrings, 10 euros. I made a mistake. I didn't want to go back and return it, so always look at multiple places. Always look. Because I made the error today, even though I've experienced many countries already in the past couple of years. It's saying free entrance. It's a shop. Why are you saying free entrance? It's a shop. Every shop is free entrance. You pay for the things inside. What do you mean free entrance? I'm confused. Are there shops in Belgium that you pay to go in? I'm very confused now. Yeah, I just went in there and it was actually pretty good. There was much better looking caps for 750. I've chosen the wrong shop. I went around so many shops. The one I see last. I'm gonna walk to Choco Story. Let me just get this last. Let me see this last shop. Oh, it's pretty cheap. Let's get a cap here. That one's much better. I should have just waited. Good things come to those who wait. Taking it now. When you see the video, you'll see it's much worse than this one. This is so much better. Same price. Literally right opposite Choco Story. Brilliant. This is interesting. That almost scared me. This device, I've got to tap it onto something to activate it, and then I listen to it like a phone. It's funny, I booked it this morning, right? And at the reservation, I came here, there's a long queue, like a really long queue, but there's a separate queue for reservations, and there was no one there. No one booked in advance, except me. So I just walked past like 50 people into the museum, just like, yes, this is why you make reservations.
La prochaine démonstration commence.
Okay, you can do the back. So 26 euros.
It was pretty fun. There's a lot of history behind chocolate. What I put on the vlog barely touches the surface. I've been recorded like 0.1% of everything there is to learn in there. And there is a lot to learn in there. A lot of history behind the making of the chocolate, where it's from, how it's made, how it's delivered, how it's like even from like decades and centuries ago, like deals that are made to buy beans to bring it over to Belgium. Yeah, there's a lot to learn, and then you get some chocolate tastings, which was quite nice. You spin something around, it goes into the pot, you take one out of the pot. I tried a few of them. I didn't like the Peru one. No disrespect to Peruvians, but the Peru one I didn't like. I liked all the other ones. And then there was a demonstration which I couldn't film. You're not allowed to film in there, but there's a woman speaking English and French. She was showing a demonstration of how she makes praline chocolate. Like the little pieces you get in a box of chocolates, basically, in any fancy box of chocolates, you get the little bite-sized piece. She was showing us how to make it. So she had like a tray, looked like an ice cube tray, essentially. She put chocolate in it. She showed how it's done, like she was scraping certain things, adding something on top, then putting it 15 minutes in something. She didn't do the last bit, obviously. She wasn't going to make us wait 15 minutes. So she had them ready for us anyway. But when it's done, she told us like it looks like this, and she let us try one each, and it was pretty nice. So yeah, that was pretty cool to see how the chocolate is made. Essentially, it's like the chocolate cream is made. She's basically converting melted chocolate into solid chocolate, essentially, making it cold. And it was pretty well done, so I quite liked what they did there, and that was pretty cool. I didn't buy any chocolate in there actually, because I tried some in the museum, and it was nice, but I didn't feel the need to, although that gold bar looked quite tempting because there was chocolate inside it. It was basically chocolate gold bar. I thought that was pretty cool. And my mom told me like don't buy chocolates on holiday for her. She doesn't want it basically. So because she doesn't want it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna get it. So I spent my last euros on a couple souvenirs that I'll show you. One is for my mom and the other one is for me. I've now spent all my cash. I only brought 100 euros to Belgium. I spent 40 at the F1 and the other 60 on a mix of food and souvenirs, but I spent all of it now. I've done this really well on a budget, and I think walking around everywhere today has kind of helped with that. So yeah, and the museum, they cost £24 combined. It wasn't a combo ticket, it's just that one was like 11.15, that was the chocolate museum, and like 12 something for Auto World, so pretty good. Let me find my way back to the hotel, get my suitcase and get on the way to the airport. Not do that, let's look at this. Yes. Take a photo and then the bell started ringing. It's a sign, my friend, it's a sign. I always appreciate unique pieces of art like that. Yes, a massive, I've forgotten what they're called now, a massive crate like that as a roundabout, just as you do. Container, yes, that's what it's called. Art, yes. What I mean on Saturday when I said the iPhone cuts off your first word, I said shipping, and it cuts in on ping. But my word, when I press record, bloody record, instead of a 1 second delay or half a second delay, it's driving me up the wall. It's a pain to bloody edit. It's about to be goodbye to Brussels. I tell you what, one of the things people have said negatively about Brussels is it lacks colour. I agree, it's quite dull. Maybe it's the rain that's helping that, but yeah, I feel like the city needs a bit more vibrance. That's all I'll say. But it was nice exploring some places though. The central area of Brussels, where I was, where the chocolate area is, it's really nice. There we go. I'm looking for SN2103. I could have spent a bit more time in Brussels actually, but thought I'd get to the airport a bit early just in case. Check-in info 6:20, just over half an hour. Not too early, I guess, but at some point I'll get a number. I have actually checked in, but I need to drop my baggage off. Right, baggage cleared, and now I just gotta get through security, and I've seen the inevitable. W.H. Smith, even in Belgium. It's an English thing in every airport to have W.H. Smith in the airport. There's at least like 5 of them as well. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. There's multiple of these in like all of the London airports, and probably in the rest of England as well, right? I went to Australia, same thing. There was 2 in Melbourne. I'm just like, why? I'm pretty sure I saw one in Egypt as well, and now Belgium. You can't escape it. I think in Austria as well. W.H. Smith in airports. It cannot be escaped. Security cleared, all smooth. Now it's time to get to customs and hopefully get the passport stamped promptly so I can find a little place to sit down and edit the vlog. Security was not clean. I got lucky because I was at the front of the queue. I went at the exact right moment, like literally like a minute later, there was so many people behind me. Pretty much there's 2 queues, one EU, one all passports, obviously because UK is not in the EU anymore. We're also part of that queue now. It was a much longer queue. It was like quadruple the size of the EU queue, and we had 1 person working, and the EU queue had 2 people. So I looked behind me, there's like 50 people at least, just waiting in the queue for 1 person, one officer doing the customs check. I'm so glad I got in early. Like I was literally like 3rd in line. There was a lone traveler, 4th in line, lone traveler couple, a whole family of 4, and then me, which took a while as well. And then there's a whole lot of people behind me, and there's a crying baby back there. I'm just like, I'm glad I'm out of there. Yes, big 1 litre bottle of water, just what I need. Still 1 hour till my official gate is announced, but at least I know what area I'm in. So it's the second W.H. Smith, inevitable. Nice and cheap chocolates in there. Probably tastes really nice, to be fair. By the way, that red tag I put on my suitcase instead of my backpack, I brought 2. One in my suitcase, it wasn't there when it arrived in Belgium. It wasn't there. I've taken those things on my holidays, to multiple holidays actually, multiple times abroad. Australia last year, and beyond that, even before, like back last year when I visited Monaco, Paris, back in like 2022, March and April or something. Even that far back. I've been on so many holidays since then. I've been abroad, like last year was 10 times or something. Never lost that red tag. It always stayed intact. But today, somehow, when I arrived at the baggage claim, it was not attached to the suitcase. Now I'm thinking, I must have just not secured it, because I do remember it was there. I didn't leave it at home. Like, I instinctively remember, I saw it on my suitcase as I put it on the belt at Heathrow. So at some point between me putting the suitcase down and then getting it in Belgium, if it fell off or something happened. But it's very strange, it's very mysterious, because it's never happened before. Never. So something foul is at play.
He can bold enough to sort himself out. See you when you want to. So you have to say, it doesn't matter what day you go.
Video is taking way too long to edit. I thought I could finish it at the airport. I'm just like, nope. Just about halfway through, like 50 minutes of footage. I'm trying to edit through, and obviously it cuts down automatically because there's some bits I'll cut out. It took 2 minutes to transfer it. USB-C transfer straight to my laptop. But then, like, you know when you, well, maybe you don't know. You might know. I seen I'm W.H. Smith, oh my word. W.H. Smith. We record a lot of videos. It gets to like 9999, then it resets to 0. And then 01, whatever, right? So it did that today because I filmed out new videos. Normally when I export it to my computer, it'll be in order of like chronological order of when I recorded it, so I could just select all and paste it all into Premiere Pro. But this time I had to paste it in 2 parts because most of it was in one section, and at the top was the end of the vlog because it reset to 0. and the 0 is the latest clips, if that makes sense. So I had to sort that out, and then I'm editing the vlog, and it's taking a while. 23 minutes of, it's pretty much half the vlog, probably more than half, considering I'll be cutting it down a bit more. But 23 minutes was just the car museum. I filmed a lot in there, but I love the cars, right? Excuse me, I love the cars. I also got stressed because I thought I lost the footage for the intro. It turns out I actually deleted it. I went on my phone to delete some F1 footage from yesterday so I can save some storage on my phone. Accidentally deleted the start of today's vlog, so I put a text at the start, so that wasted my time. But regardless, I'll try and finish it on the plane. If not, I'll do it at home, but at least I did the hard part. Still got 20 minutes left, plus these clips, plus the takeoff and landing, but that won't take long. This is the exact problem in England, right? You see W. Smith when you get in the airport, you go past customs, it's there again. You go to your boarding gate, there's another one. It's unstoppable. And then in Belgium, it's the same thing. I thought it was just like an English thing.
Yeah. That is really funny.
Almost an hour after I meant to arrive here, and we are finally here. Customs was easy. I literally scanned passport, instantly got through. Everyone in front of me had a problem. I did it perfectly. I'm elite. Anyway, yeah, baggage took a bit of time, but we've got it now. And I'll end the vlog here. Just got to clear customs, back home, back to reality, back to work tomorrow. The flight delay doesn't help because I've got to end the vlog as well, but it is what it is. Life is life. This has happened before. But yeah, it's been a great time, and I'll never forget Spa. Like the fact I was there for Spa, just like I was there for Monza last year. Never forget these memories. I'm so glad I did it. So yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and goodbye.